Hello everyone, this is the Machamp King. Thank you for joining me today and welcome back to my channel. Today we are foregoing the Journey Together content in a little bit just to go back to the roots of Scarlet and Violet with a certain Pokemon, a certain single prize Pokemon that you can have 350 to 400 HP on this single prize Pokemon. You think I'm joking? Let's check it out. Alright, so here you have it. We are playing Okidogi with its Adrena Power ability. Now, Okidogi normally has 130 HP, but we're going to boost that up to 350 HP. Or if you wanted, you can up this all the way to 400. So let's check out exactly how we're going to do that. With the Adrena Power ability, if it has any darkness energy attached, you increase its HP by 100, and it does 100 more damage. So right off the bat with a Luminous Energy, or in this instance, Legacy Energy, you will get the 230 HP mark. But we are adding Ludicolo into this with its Vibrant Dance effect, or ability I should say, which adds 40 HP to all of your Pokemon. It does not stack though, even though we are playing a 2-2 split, so there we have it. That boosts it up to 270. Now we do have Lively Stadium, which says each basic Pokemon in play gets plus 30 HP, so that is now 300, and we are playing Bravery Charm. So if you have a Bravery Charm attached to an Okidogi, a single prize basic Pokemon has 350 HP, which is insane. And if you have the Legacy Energy attached to it, you have a 350 HP basic that gives up no prizes. Like, are you joking me? You can switch this deck list to have Hero's Cape instead of Legacy Energy. So instead of attaching a Bravery Charm, you could boost this all the way up to its max HP of 400. Just for consistency reasons, I did choose to leave the Legacy Energy, so that way you can actually win more games and your opponent has to take more and more prizes, but I digress. The rest of the deck list is as follows. We have a 3-3 split of Dunsparce and Dudunsparce with one Dudunsparce EX. That is a huge thing in this deck because you can have a bunch of draw support, but in the late game, if you run out of Okidogis, Dudunsparce can attack for a single energy. And if you slap Ludicolo down, it has 310 HP, which is nothing to scoff at. Lively Stadium and Bravery Charm obviously wouldn't work on it, but that's fine. Now, we do have one Fezandipiti EX, and I don't mind. Usually in my single prize decks, I tend to avoid any two prizers, but I don't mind putting Fezandipiti in there, because with Ludicolo, that bumps it up to 250, and with Lively Stadium and Bravery Charm, you can actually get a 330 HP Fezandipiti. So, I mean, if your opponent wants to boss up and do 330 damage just to stop you from drawing a couple cards, fine by me. But yeah, they're gonna have to take a huge knockout if they want to take two prizes. Our supporter count is pretty simple, just 4 Iono, 2 Research, 2 Boss, and 2 Arven. Our Pokemon search, though, we do have to play an Artazon and a max amount of 4 Nest Balls, because that is really the only way you're drawing into Okidogi, unless you naturally draw into it. We do have 3 Buddy-Buddy Poffins to get Lotads and Dudunsparce in play, 2 Earthen Vessels to guarantee some energy. We got 2 Rare Candies for the 2 Ludicolos, 2 Night Stretcher, and a Super Rod to get back some Okidogis, and then 4 Bravery Charms, 2 XP shares, and then our energy split is 5 Fighting, 1 Darkness, 4 Luminous, and 1 Legacy Energy. So without further ado, let's check out how tanky our Okidogi can be. Okay, it is our turn. We are facing Galaxy Landon, and unfortunately we don't get an energy attachment, which really is part of the reason why you want to go first. But we'll slap down everything else in here, and even though I would rather Arven for a Rare Candy, maybe the best thing to do is Arven for Earthen Vessel. But Yeah, that's really the stinky thing about this deck is you definitely need basic energies, but it's finding the Luminous or the Legacy. You got 5 of in the deck, but they opted to go straight for Gardevoir. Interesting. Okay, we have a Bravery Charm, which we didn't need because we were going to Arven for it. Yeah, I guess just Earthen Vessel, because we need to get our attacker going. They ditched a Rare Candy, but then they went and got Gardevoir, so they have 2 Gardevoir, or they did. I think that this deck only plays 2 Rare Candy. Like, a Gardevoir deck playing more than 2 Rare Candy is just insane. So, okay, so they're real bare bones right now. They're like, hey, if we have to attack with Gardevoir, then that's what we're gonna do, which is fine by me. I should attack the Fez. Like, we're 2-shotting it, it's fine. I would love to get the Ludicolo down, but they could honestly attach Retreat and tank a hit with Guardy if they didn't want to lose the Fez, but we do have the boss's orders. Okay, so they are going to attach and retreat. That's fine. They can draw up to 7. I will boss up their Fez and draw 2 cards that way. Okay. Ooh, very nice, actually. So let's ditch. And we will actually preemptively attach a Darkness. There we go. Good punch for 340 HP. Or damage, I should say. Hopefully these are some cards that we need. You know, double Iono, I like that. That's fine. Really nice. And I definitely wanted to attach the Darkness because now our Gardevoir can't knock it out. They are resistant to fighting, so we're only doing 140 damage, which is not great. Yeah, not great. And especially if they have Monkey Dory, where they can move some damage around. Okay, you know what? They Iono us, that's fine. That saves us a supporter that we were going to play. Okay, Luminous is great, because the following turn, we're going to need some... I really want to know where my Dudunsparces are, but... They don't have a ton of energy. They only have 1 more that they can accelerate. Oh, I forgot we were we're weak to Psychic. Shoot. Okay, that's not great. That's not great. We'll research. Lively Stadium. We'll Night Stretcher back the Ludicolo. We'll drop it. And, you know, we're only doing 140, but our Okidogi is 300 HP. We didn't get any of our Dudunsparces either. Now, I don't think that they are going to attack again with Gardevoir, but if they leave Gardevoir up in the active, then that's more than fine. They have 3, which means we'd be doing 180, so we could do it, because they'll move 30 damage. That would be exactly enough to attack with Dudunsparce. I'd rather not use a Luminous Energy with the Dudunsparce, but I would love if they just kept the Gardevoir in the active. Okay, they went and they got a Gardevoir with Ultra Ball, which is interesting, because you might as well have just failed it and drawed 2 cards. Is this enough? 60 would be 120. No, yeah, okay. Miracle Force is fine. It's fine. We're gonna knock out the Gardevoir. Do I risk? There's lots of energy in the discard. As much as I don't want to, I think I have to put the Luminous on just to guarantee the attack, unfortunately. Yeah, see, I should have waited, but alright. We'll do Tenacious Tail, take the knockout on the Gardevoir, go down to 2 prizes. Dudunsparce and EXP. Okay. So we're not weak to the Drifloon. So they could boss up the Okidogi and knock it out, I believe. No, it would be 240, because 60... No, it is okay, so it is doing that much. It would... A counter catcher would knock out the Okidogi, because it's ×3. This is doing 180 on the Dudunsparce. And we are knocking out the Drifloon, because even with just 2 EXs in play, that is 120. So, more than enough. The Lively Stadium actually does help out the Drifloon because it gives them more ability to put more and more energies on. But, ooh, they put a second energy onto Munkidori. I don't know if I like that, but whatever. Okay. Dunsparce. Energy. Well, Iono them down to 4. We'll put down Fezandipiti. We'll draw with Dudunsparce. Okay, we got a Luminous Energy. I could put down another Dudunsparce, or I could Artazon for another Okidogi. I feel like just putting down the Dudunsparce is fine. and keeping the Lively Stadium. So, Tenacious Tail, 120 damage, and we'll take out the Drifloon. Alright, we have a single prize left, and I believe we still have, but we have one boss left in the deck. Now here's the thing, if I bump the Lively Stadium, this goes down. Oh, they put another EX in play. Okay, that's fine. I was gonna be like, oh, 120, I'd have to bump it to take the knockout, but now I don't need to even bump my Lively Stadium. Dudunsparce is kind of stuck though, because it has a 3 retreat cost and we don't really play Switch in this deck, but all I really need is a boss. Let's see. They can attach a Psychic for turn if they want to confuse me, or I just win the game. Ooh, wrong attachment. You had to... I mean, I guess you could... Yeah, I mean, I guess you can retreat into something else, into the Clefairy, into a 2-prize Pokemon, but I'm doing 180 damage. Now, the funny thing is, in my deck list, is that I do not... Dang. Okay. I was gonna say, the funny thing is, in my deck list, I don't play any Ultra Balls. So, I just have to find my Dudunsparces naturally. So, I will... Luminous Energy. I will Artazon for Bravery Charm and Super Rod just to get some stuff back. Bravery Charm up the Fez, get that to its maximum 330. I will Super Rod. Let's go get double Okidogi and a Fighting. And alright, Tenacious Tail for 180 damage. So they do have a Gardevoir back in play, but might be a little bit too late. We'll see. Because we have an Okidogi and a Dudunsparce that can attack. So, sure, they'll move 30. They will Night Stretcher. This Clef is just taking up an unnecessary bench spot. This Mew also isn't attacking. So, yeah, they're done. The most they can do is attack with Gardevoir. Yeah, they should attack with Gardevoir right now, because that's the only thing. We would have to find boss. If you just do the Clefairy, then you just lose. Turo scenario on... Oh, no! Turo's... No! You Turo up the Clefairy and get all the energy off the board. I mean, regardless, a boss's orders wins it anyway. It doesn't matter if it's on the Clefairy, on the Cleffa, on the... You know, like, I'll do... A boss wins it no matter what. So you need to attack with the Gardevoir, and everything else doesn't matter. Oh, wait. Oh, this doesn't have a resistance to fighting. I was gonna say. But... Alright, Full Moon Rondo. They do take the knockout. Unfortunately, it doesn't matter, because they did not escape the wrath of the Okidogi. 170 damage. Good punch. Boom. GG's. Alright, it is my turn, and I am just going to take it slow here. I can Earthen Vessel. And like next turn I can find a friend, meaning Okidogi. I can attach the Luminous Energy to it the following turn. So it looks like we're playing a wall deck, which I don't care. We're not really, you know, I mean the Okidogi, yes, but the Dudunsparce can hit through it. So it just depends on how many they want in play. So we will have to use our Dudunsparce, but we're gonna wait on that until we need to. Ooh, they ditched their Melodic, so I wonder if they just have that in play. Yep, the Girafarig also doesn't matter because we're not playing basic EXs. This wall deck, the only thing we have to avoid is the Cornerstone because our Okidogi has an ability, but the Dunsparce does not, so. I kind of don't want to ditch any of these because I like the Rare Candy. Okay, we'll go later. Okay. Let's unfortunately, let's ditch a boss to go grab those. I will attach and I will find a friend, meaning the Okidogi. Alright. Sounds good. We'll see what our opponent has. I'm not gonna, I don't know, maybe I play the Fez down. Hopefully they don't have like an Iono or a Judge. Cool. Sure, just keep doing that. Yeah, top deck the Ludicolo, that's what I like to see. Put down the Okidogi. Put down the Legacy Energy. We'll find a friend. And we will, I don't want to, maybe I should. Yeah, we'll do the Dudunsparce right now. So, that's funny. We don't have any Terra Pokemon. We don't have any basic EXs except for Fez. And the only thing we'll have to worry about is the Cornerstone. So, they are going to be taking out the Dudunsparce. So we can put Fez down, we can evolve the Dunsparce on the bench, hit for 2, hit for 180. All right. Sick. Put down the Dudunsparce. I want to save, since I only have 1 Gust left, I want to save it. The Lively Stadium doesn't really do much. It only helps them, so. Let's see what Don Prego has for us. Ooh, okay. Do they boss up the Ludi? Yeah. That's fine, that's fine. You boss up the Ludicolo. We'll just have to establish another one. Dang. I guess we could gust up them and try and stall, but I honestly don't mind. Let's just preemptively attach a the energy. We're good. They gotta deal with the Dudunsparce sometime, so. Okay, they're gonna Crispin, probably a water and something else just to get some stuff set up. This really doesn't matter except that it can make our opponents asleep, or our Pokemon asleep. But the Girafarig does 30 damage to the bench, so. Okay, they take 2 single prizes, that's fine. We got some more draw with our Fez. We got Dudunsparce who can hit the cornerstone. Let's see what Fezandipiti gets us. Yo! Lotad. Artazon. Let's go get Okidogi. We'll get... Should we get Super Rod now? What do we have? We don't need it. We could get Dunsparce and an energy. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing needed. Let's go get just a Night Stretcher. For a Dunsparce. There we go. And then we will Tenacious Tail for the knockout on the cornerstone, evening up the prizes. Now this is gonna 2-shot us, but you know, we're gonna be putting preemptive damage onto the Girafarig, so we're also gonna be 2-shotting them. So, yo, we got our second rare candy into the Lotad. We'll do Dunsparce Runaway Draw. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted a Bravery Charm on the Fez. Let's go. Let's go Energy Attachment to the Lotad so they don't boss this up again. Put another Dunsparce down. And we'll Tenacious Tail. Alright. We're looking pretty good. They'll go down to 2 prizes. We'll be able to Iono them. And yeah, hopefully that's all she wrote. Put that onto the Okidogi. We'll bring up an Okidogi that doesn't give any prize cards away. And that has 350 HP. Let's see what we can do. Dunsparce? Yeah, let's do that first. Throw Lively Stadium on there. And we'll Iono them to 2. 350 HP on a basic that doesn't give up a single prize card. That's so funny. Let's draw 3 with the Fez. Let's Runaway Draw. Put down another Okidogi. EXP, Luminous, and Good Punch for the knockout. Boom! Alright, down to 2 prizes. There's the Dunsparce and Okidogi. So we have an energy on the Ludicolo. They can't really boss stall that. They could try and attack into the Fez. That'd be the only, well, they researched, so they can't boss. They're not even two-shotting the Fez. But let's see. Do we wake up from sleep? We do! Sick. We will preemptively attach to the Fez. We'll Super Rod back our Dunsparce, and our energy. Throw this on there. We'll Iono them back to a small hand. Nice. We'll draw 3. There we go. Lots of energies. And we'll put another Dunsparce on the bench. Alright, 170 damage. Good punch. And there's really nothing they can do to, they would need to boss's orders up the Fez and hope that they can attack twice and make us asleep. But yeah, they don't do anything, and we've got a couple of Okidogis ready to go. So sick. GG's. Good punch. That's sick. Okay, my opponent will start the game. They play Pidgey, and I noticed that on their mulligan, when I drew my Buddy-Buddy, that they are playing the Mammoswine. So let's see how quickly they might be able to set up here. It will take me at least a turn for me to get going because, okay, I don't mind that. Because I need another attachment. But let's go get, our Fezandipiti is prized. That's a big problem in terms of draw. But I'm not going to attach the Bravery Charm yet. We might need the XP share. We'll just see what we can draw into. Okay, there's Piloswine. And are they just going to call for family? No. Okay, so they are going to evolve. Which means they're going to go get Pidgeotto and the Mammoswine. And then Mammoswine can go get Pidgeot. Oh, no Pidgeotto. Uh-oh. Come on, energy. Oh, I don't like that. But, you know, if ditching a rare candy out of my 2 helps me, then that's just what I'm going to have to do. Okay, I'm not going to do that yet. I will just take out the Pidgey. We're gonna get going here pretty quick, so they're gonna need like a rare candy or something in hand, but I don't think they're even attacking this turn because they'll need rare candy Pidgeot, rare candy Blaziken, hand attachment, which is like, what are you gonna, like, you're gonna do all that in 3 cards? Okay, so they got their Fez, which is great. That's an one easy boss target, 1 hit KOs the Fez for weakness. Like, I'm totally fine with that. Yeah, another Torchic down. Got the hand attachment. Alright. Still no other stage 2s. Well, preemptively, let's go there. Let's draw. Okay, I don't mind the EXP share. Let's Arven for Buddy-Buddy. And I guess Bravery. Buddy-Buddy. Get some more cards so I can keep drawing. And then next turn. Yep, there we go. Good punch. Bam. Get your Torchic out of here. So we're on our way to winning this match. We just, you know, KO a Mammoswine in 2 hits and then boss up the Fez for game. So we're looking okay. They're not even one-shotting us. They're gonna need, let's see, 220, 260, 300. They're gonna need 4 out of their 5. Well, they can't one-shot me because their Fez is taking up the spot. So they're gonna need 4 bench spots, all stage 2s to one-shot my 310 HP Okidogi. If they bump the Lively Stadium, then they would need the 3 that they have in play right now, so Pidgeot, Blaziken, and another Mammoswine. But they would need to bump the Lively. Okay, Rare Candy, probably Pidgeot. No, okay, Mammoswine. Unless they're Pidgeot, do they only play a 1-1 line of Pidgeot and like their Pidgeotto and Pidgeot are both prized? That's interesting. Interesting. Oh, their Pidgeotto must have been in their hand, so they couldn't have TM Evo'd for it that turn. Fair enough. Fair enough. So they're doing 180 only. Or, I'm sorry, 220 because of the Mammoswine. But next turn they're going to be doing big damage. But I also can get my Dunsparce in play once they like fill up all their EXs, and then I'm one-shotting their Mammoswine. So let's go energy here. I will Iono. Look at some more cards, try and get into like some rare candy plays. Alright, let's go to Dunsparce, runaway draw. Come on, give me give me a rare candy here. Yo, there we go. That's what I like to see. And then another Dunsparce. Cool. So now we got our setup here. We got good punch. All right. They're still 6 prizes away. Honestly, what might be the best move is to if they get Pidgeot, Blaziken, and a rare candy for their Mammoswine and have all 6, I might just go preemptively right now, because they're not going to attack with this one in fear of getting knocked out with Okidogi. They are going to go into a fresh one, and then I would just need to use one boss to either KO the Fez or this damaged Mammoswine. So I'm hoping that they get all 6 in play right now. I'm hoping they do Blaziken and then rare candy into the next Mammoswine. I don't think they're gonna do it, but that's kind of like, that would be legit. They do have a free retreat. Because the stage 2s, what are they doing right now? 220, 260, 300. So, like, the next, when I send up this Okidogi, oh, are they going to boss up my Ludicolo, or counter catcher my Ludicolo? Dang. Fair enough, fair enough. That lets them one-shot things easier. But that means I just get to continue attaching cards to my Pokemon. And they're not getting rid of my attackers. Oh, okay, Grand Tree actually is really cool. Oh my gosh, if they Grand Tree into their Mammoswine, come on, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. Let me one-shot you with my Dudunsparce EX. Sick. That's all I need. I need a Night Stretcher. Because I had to research it away. Oh, okay. Okay, let's go into Dudunsparce. Okay, Grand Tree. I will do Dudunsparce. Let's see. I only have one boss in play, and I do have 2 Night Stretchers. Okay. But I don't have my Fez. You know what? I will preemptively attach because I want to get it. Come on. Ugh. I'm like, come on! Are both my rare candies gone? Yeah, so I don't care about the Lotad anymore. Come on, draw me some cards. Night Stretcher! Booyah! Night Stretcher for Dunsparce. Taking a huge 360. Dude, that's just insane. Tenacious Tail. Whack! And now I have my lone boss in hand to... Oh, you know what? I have both boss in hand. Maybe I should have Nest Balled for another Dunsparce, so in case they Iono me. But a boss is all I need. That Fez is looking mighty scrumptious, and also that damaged Mammoswine is looking mighty scrumptious. Now they will be able to KO me because the Dudunsparce is weak to fighting, but you know, we're fine. We are fine. I was like, man, if you do that, like, I was hoping you'd do that. So I was like, you put that last Mammoswine in play, all EXs, you're done. Yep, the Iono. I get it, I get it. Well, we'll have to shuffle our deck and hope for the best because... Yo, a Dunsparce and a Night Stretcher. That would be so sick if I was able to do it again, man. Like, they get, like, another Mammoswine out next turn. That would be so sick if I were able to do it again. But at least, I don't know, do I just No, I saved the Night Stretcher because what if I need the Dudunsparce or something? I don't need a second Dunsparce. They will go down to 3 prizes here. Literally 1 boss. I just need to like shuffle up my deck, try and draw into it, but I love you too. And they're gonna have to go into something else because this can't attack me, this can't attack me. The EXP share, I'm gonna get another prize, or another energy on my Okidogi, so like I'm almost gonna have 3 full Okidogis set up. So they're gonna have to keep going into other attackers and stuff. 600 damage to my Dudunsparce. I will force them to go into another Mammoswine or something. I don't want them to like go into a Pidgeot and KO this one. So we'll go there. And we'll just hit. Good punch. Boom. And, ooh, okay. Now, this one can hit for 70, but then I'll just need an energy or even the darkness energy. Unless they have a Turo. Yeah, boss on this one, or on the Dunsparce. Ooh, interesting. On the one that wasn't set up to attack. Oh, they're gonna go in with the Blaziken. No. Okay, so they're gonna retreat into what? Oh, I don't have any energies. Into the Sweenub, okay. And then get a bunch of energies back. Yo. Okay, if you want to take that turn off, yeah, I guess I thought that they were going to do something else, but yeah, 4 energies in the discard. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, so let's Grand Tree into the Dudunsparce. That actually helps us. Let's Night Stretcher for this Dunsparce. We'll Dunsparce this away. Okay, we got Lively Stadium. We do have the boss. What am I saying? We win. So we retreat these. We have this. And then we have the boss's orders. And we'll just take out their Mammoswine. 170 HP. Boom. You dead. Alright, GG's Mammoswine, and we did all that without Fezandipiti. GG's. Alrighty folks, that is the deck. Thank you so much for watching. Okidogi is a beast. 350 to 400 if you want to use Hero's Cape. HP, giving up 1 prize, maybe even 0 if you stick with my build of the Legacy Energy, but that's insane. I love this Okidogi. Super tanky basic, and it's really great. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and throw me a subscribe here. I really want to reach my goal of 750 by the middle of the year and then 1,000 by the end of the year. Please help me do that, and if you did, you'd be the best that there ever was. Y'all have a nice day. Peace.